Hey there, YouTube. Kyle back at you again with Kyle's Creations. And today, we bring you a 2006 trx450r. But it's not just any 450r. So we're going to bring you around here. This is a project I built about 2 years ago. And she's a little rough. We kind of did the best we could with what we had. It was the engine had been blown up. We got it as a roller. Somebody had just completely destroyed this bike, and we kind of made the best of what we could with it. But anyway, she is fast and she is a lot of fun. But we'll bring you around to the little secret if you haven't already noticed. Like I said, I actually traded this bike for a shotgun. An old shotgun that, quite frankly, wasn't worth a dang. But, that's all right. So as you can see, she has dual exhaust on her. And one nice thing before we get to the piece de resistance, got a nice gripper seat that we put on there. It's great when you got a little extra horsepower. But this is what we're talking about. That is a 1981 cb450 Nighthawk, or actually back then it was in 81 it was just the Hawk. It wasn't a Nighthawk till 82. But we ended up, see, we can probably see it a little bit better over here. Ended up having to drop the frame about 2 inches, and didn't really have to stretch it, just had to drop it. There was just enough room to get this engine in here, just barely. I had to, obviously create some new motor mounts for the front, all made out of 1/4 inch plate. Same thing back here. Had to kind of create our own motor mounts and stuff. The thing about this engine here and this style of CV carbs, this has a diaphragm in here, but it's actually an aluminum diaphragm. It's just a piece of, like a hockey puck made out of aluminum. It's not the rubber diaphragm. So you have to have some kind of intake runner, because if you don't, there's not enough, if you just put a pod filter on here, there's not enough vacuum pressure to physically pick these things up. So that's kind of what we did here. I know it's got some nice uni pod filters on it, and these are just plumbing fittings, but it works. I had to kind of make a little makeshift shifter for it. Like I said, it's got the dual exhaust all the way back. But other than that, it's pretty much a stock trx450r. I had to make my own little battery box and a little bit of my own wiring and stuff. But other than that, like I said, it's pretty much bone stock. But the beauty of this thing is that originally this engine, the bike that this engine was on, would do about 122 miles an hour top speed. And the bike actually weighed 30 more pounds than this quad did with its original engine in it. So potentially this bike is either the same weight as that or a little bit less than the original street bike engine, or the street bike was. This is a 6-speed transmission, or actually no, a 5-speed transmission, and she hauls. And the way she's geared for about 90 miles an hour. And not that I'm not sure you necessarily want to do that, but she's got a ton of torque. She'll spin the tires when you're out there in the dirt. She'll spin the tires in all gears. If you're cruising around in 5th gear hauling butt and you lay on the gas, she spins them. But just kind of cleaned it up, painted the frame a little bit. The bike originally, you can see the plastics are pretty rough because somebody had put this horrible horrible gold paint on there, and it was just had written a bunch of stuff on there, a bunch of curse words and stuff. It was bad, you know. But yeah, let's see here. We'll get you guys a start up. Now that was a cold start. So let's see here. She is a nice bike. Oh, I forgot the key doesn't shut it off. The only problem we had with this bike, still having a problem with it, is a leaky gas tank. I fixed it, and I thought I did a pretty good job. Usually when these plastic tanks, when they crack, I've tried everything. Every different type of plastic welding and this and that, and they just never works out. This time I did it. It actually worked. It worked for about a year and a half. And then when we pulled it out of storage, put some fuel in it, it started leaking again. So, you know, the friend of mine that owns this, that I sold it to him, you know, we're going to try to do something else for a gas tank for this thing. Either just an aftermarket. I told him it's probably not a good idea to buy another sun-rotted old tank, because it's probably going to do the same darn thing. But yeah, this is, again, this and the three-wheeler are a couple of my favorite projects. You know, they haul butt, and they're a lot of fun. So if you like this, I've actually got a Kawasaki Ninja 500 engine that I've had plans. I got to find another. You know, this was kind of a, you know, you don't find these all the time like this with just the roller, with just the engine. You know, usually when that happens, people are parting them out and stuff like that. I got to find another quad like this. The nice thing about this is a big sport quad. It's got the frame and the base to take this kind of power. And, you know, so anyway, I am currently looking for another quad so that I can put that 500 engine in it. But other than that, I appreciate you guys watching. If you got any comments, questions, you know where to find me. And other than that, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you soon.